Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never, ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango.
All right, so we're going to be doing a quick analysis on crypto.com. Ticker symbol is CRO, BTC first, and then we're going to be doing it on the CRO USD time frame as well. So right over here, we're looking at the weekly time frame, and we can see that it's come up against clear resistance on the weekly right over here. Again, this is on the Bitcoin pairing. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what the USD pairing is saying very, very soon. But we can use the Bitcoin pairing as a gauge as to see whether the USD is likely going to be having a pullback or not. The last time we did look at this was when CRO was sitting somewhere around here actually, and we were expecting it to see resistance over here. It did live above it very, very temporarily, but we're seeing the rejection as we lead into that weekly close. Nothing surprising over here. This is what price tends to do: draw on liquidity above a horizontal level but close underneath the horizontal. What we want to see leading into the next few weeks, if CRO is to continue its run, is to eventually start closing candles above this entire zone over here. Not just the bottom of the horizontal, guys, the bottom of the zone where we drew in our first horizontal, but above the high derived from this candle, right, where it had its massive push towards the downside. If you guys are on the C program, you guys know how much importance we'll place towards a level like that. So I'll be looking for CRO to close weekly candles, okay, above the zone over here, if it is to see its continuation. Okay, towards the downside though, if it sees the rejection and starts coming towards the downside, we have a clear bottom of the zone over here, bottom of the range coming in over here. And now this is what we were looking for CRO to break towards the upside when it was putting in its massive consolidation. And when it did break towards the upside, you guys can see that it not just cleared a candle close above that horizontal, but it took out this high over here, right? Took out that high, and immediately the market respected that and saw continuation towards the top of the range. So if it does come down, the ugly scenario is that it comes all the way back down towards the range over here, right? But we can draw a mid of the range coming in somewhere around here at around 870 Satoshi. Okay, so that's the middle of the range. So we have the top of the range coming at around 1800 Satoshi, bottom of the range coming in around 400 Satoshi, middle of the range 800 Satoshi, 858 Satoshi. So that's a long range to play, so a lot of opportunity. And this could happen through multiple ways. It could either happen through CRO just really underperforming in these market conditions, or Bitcoin tearing right towards the upside. We don't know whether Bitcoin's going to tear or whether CRO is going to underperform. If I had to bet though, I think CRO actually just consolidates over here and breaks this zone towards the upside. I actually think that's what's going to happen. I think that's going to be the surprising thing, and that's what's going to happen. It's not going to actually have anything meaningful towards the downside. Perhaps test the middle of the range over here. We can turn on our Ichimoku to see if the Ichimoku is lining up perfectly. Actually, the Tenki and the Kijun coming in around that zone. I'd expect it to come and get defended on the Tenki over here. The 21 EMA all the way down there. Oof, no, I wouldn't expect that to happen. Not really. I could be wrong though. But I'd be expecting this to get picked up. So that's CRO on the Bitcoin pairing. Okay, now that we got our gauge of what it could be doing against Bitcoin, we can switch on over to the USD pairing. And on the USD pairing, I'm going to switch on over to the weekly. I'll take a sip of water really quick. Yes, this is water. Since I don't know what YouTube's terms and conditions are in regard to this, it is water. But that being said, we're looking at CRO on the weekly time frame over here. This is looking fantastic. Yes, looking a bit toppy over here, but we did have a beautiful weekly consolidation coming in over here. And this is a strong chart volume coming in as well. Now, when you see a weekly consolidation break towards the upside and you're on your impulsive move, right, all you can really do at that point is start zooming into the lower time frames, the mid time frames in this case, because your higher time frame is the weekly, and then start looking for consolidation, right? So you start seeing a week. So this is how it works, guys. This is how it works. Weekly consolidation. I'm going to draw it out for you guys. Weekly consolidation into impulsive move. And now within the impulsive move, you start looking for the lower time frames, right, compared to your high time frame consolidation, have a pullback in consolidation as well. Now that could come in the form of a bull flag, a falling channel, and then the continuation as well after that, right? So weekly impulsive move. Now we're going to look towards the daily, the 12-hour, the 2-day, etc. For consolidation. And you can see that within the weekly impulsive move, we had a pullback on the 2-day, impulsive move, pullback on the 2-day. So what's going on over here? Let's drill down even a bit lower. Let's look at the daily. Now the daily is giving us a little bit more information, right? We're seeing a little bit of some toppy action over here, right? Nice doji, took out the low, right? Gravestone candle, took out the low of the gravestone candle over there. Seeing continuation. We tested the level, and we're seeing some rejection of that, looking a little bit bearish over here. So we can dig in further into the lower time frames to see what's going on. And let's look at the 12-hour now. So 12-hour over there is putting in a lower high. Okay, 12 hours putting in a lower high. Now the question is, does it put in a lower low to see continuation? So we have a high, lower high. Do we put in a low and see continuation? For that, now you want to step back up to see whether the daily will step in and support it. Okay, you want to step back up a time frame. So we're going to step back up a time frame now. Okay, and we're going to turn on the dynamic to give us a objective bias. Dynamic is right over there. Okay, let's look at the 12-hour dynamic. It should be resistance. Okay, so we have 12-hour dynamic support as well. So we reclaimed the 12-hour dynamic. On my first glance through this, I thought we had lost the 12-hour dynamic, but we reclaimed the 12-hour dynamic as well. So this is actually looking good. So 12-hour dynamic and daily dynamic is now support on CRO. Now, what I want to check out is the oscillators, because right now the daily is looking weak through a price action basis. But what are the oscillators telling us? Are the oscillators telling us that, hey, you have any sort of divergence, bullish or bearish, coming on over to our support or our resistance levels? Currently we're sitting at support, so what we want to look for is bullish divergence to give us confluence towards the upside of that bullish support, right? So bullish divergence on bullish support. And are we seeing any bullish divergence over here, guys? Are we? I want you guys to answer, those of you on live stream. And the answer is yes, we are. We are seeing bullish divergence between this point, and this point over here, right? So price is not putting in lower lows while the oscillator has put in a drastic lower low, right? So how does this get triggered? If this horizontal over here drawn in a couple of minutes ago, if we start closing daily candles above this horizontal around 80 cents, I'll be looking for the bullish divergence to trigger. Again, remember guys, can get a early bid if you're bullish, especially on Bitcoin. What we talked about in the earlier part of the stream, coming in off that 2-day Kijun, that weekly 21 EMA, etc., weekly dynamic on Bitcoin too. If we start seeing Bitcoin play its move out to the upside, I think CRO gets a bid here. Daily bullish divergence, etc. However, when is this idea invalidated? We close a candle underneath the daily dynamic actually, because we have the low lining up with it. Close a daily candle underneath the zone, underneath 64 cents. I'll be looking for a move all the way down to, you don't want to know, but first 40 cents, then 23 cents. So yeah, that is CRO.